Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me singing? Can you let me know if you can hear me well? Okay, perfect. Thank you. That was a little song for you guys for showing up first. That is so funny that you said that because I was just about to get on here and say that. And it is a rule. We got to be comfy. Thank you, Ellen. Okay, here we go. I may be off center camera, sorry. Because, oh, yeah, no, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Am I okay? Okay. Uh, so welcome everyone. We are not, we're kind of waiting for everybody to get in. Ellen was correct. Part of being in this group is to be very comfortable in this space. There is some there are beautiful, old, wise soul, these women. There's men in the background. Um, and this is a space where we can come and relax and learn and open our minds and open our hearts and um, grow our souls, right? Learn some things, laugh, cry, do a lot of things, right? But it's so important for us in life, especially right now with so many things going. So there's always been so many things going on in the world, but now we're all aware of it, right? And so that's caused a lot of anxiety. A lot of my clients and people that I work with, the first thing we got to do is calm that anxiety, that fight or flight, right? And so this is just our way. These beautiful women are not only holding the space, which they choose to do because that's who they are, but they are learning to sit in the space as well, right? So I thank them so much from the bottom of my heart for being here, for showing up every night. And so, in honor of that, please get comfortable. I'm wearing my pajamas. I am going to continue to wear my pajamas. We started this yesterday. Um, and I'm just going to wear different pajamas and we want to grab our tea. Now, some people don't want to wear pajamas, and that's okay. You don't want to wear pajamas. I want you to just be comfortable. Some people are more comfortable in a big shirt. Some people are more comfortable in nothing. And whatever. You do you, whatever makes you comfortable. But I want you to get comfortable. I want you to get cozy. I want you to grab your drink. Some like a cocktail, some like tea, some like coffee, some like, whatever you're going to partake in, right, to get you comfortable. So, thank you for joining, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? That was just my intro for the rules that we've kind of set here. And they're not hard rules. We have enough rules in this life. It's just I want you to be able to engage in this space and glean the most from it, right? So, how is everybody doing? Let me know how you guys are doing. How is today? How was everybody's Monday? Let's see. Yes, and I do different types of readings. If you're just joining, I'll do my intro in just a minute. But I do hypnosis. I've got all the modalities. There is rarely one that I don't have, but I'm sure there are some that I don't have. I just don't know of them. Um, I've been very lucky to be in the right place at the right time and have a lot of the people that have crossed over teach me. A lot of the people that were, famous and known for this stuff teach me. So I was very lucky in that. So, good evening. Hi, Polly. How are you? Thanks for coming back. Hi, Polly. Are you in your jammies? Ellen's gonna make sure everybody's in her jammies, except for that she doesn't wear her jammies. Hi, Ellen. Yes, ma'am. She's a good girl. I'm in my sweats and t-shirt per usual. Okay. How about tea leaves? Yep. Perfect. Berenice, how are you? Is it Thumper Rabbit 4? How are you? I hope you're here. Thanks for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is a very lax live. This is not, so it's funny because somebody wrote a comment and said, how unprofessional. I wasn't going to bring this up, but it just reminds me. Good. I'm glad. Somebody said, how unprofessional. You didn't start until 9 minutes in, and you didn't, and your microphone was static. And so, which was all true. That's all true. But if you're that type, if you're in that space, where professionalism is important, this is not the space for you. Do I know how to be professional? Absolutely. I was probably the most professional for 20 years and more. I worked in an industry where you had to be very professional, and I was engaging in the top people that you guys know in the world. Like, I have their private numbers, like really engaged. So always on point, always professional. That is not where I'm at. That is not where I want to be anymore. I left that, and this is not professional. So if you're looking for something for now, my work is important. What I do is important. I've studied over 2 decades, maybe even almost 3 decades, for the modalities that I have. Have I always been professional? Yes, but this is not this live. When I do live, this is casual. This is let's come together. This is opening your heart. This is working on your chakras. This is working on your vibration. This is not professional. So if you're looking for a space where you want professionalism, where you need it to be on point and 4 minutes in and 2 minutes out, and blah blah blah, and you need an intro and you blah 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 blah. Yeah, we're not here. That's not this. This is not the space for you, and you're not ready for this. So take that as you will. I have thousands of people that I've seen. I can say that now. I have thousands of people that I've seen, and each one of them will tell you how professional I am in what I do. So I take that seriously when I'm helping someone. But this is the space where we all are learning how to relax, because that's enough of that in the world that we don't get to, how to be safe, how to be comfortable, and how to find joy again. So that's this space. That's very important here. Are we going to learn some cool shit? Absolutely, we're going to learn some cool stuff, because that's just kind of who we all are. So just wanted to make that clear to people that sort of happen to see as my algorithm gets further along. And, people see me that have never seen me before. I am can be very professional, but that's not what this is. This is me opening my heart, opening my skills, and sharing it with the world. And you can take it or leave it. That's kind of up to you. Let's see. Doug is in jammies. He says hi to everyone. Hi, Doug. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. He listens in most lives. Thumper Rabbit says doing good. Bernice says, oh my God, people can do too much online. Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier because they're behind their keyboards, but and this is not to start anything, but I mean, you can tell me to my face. I am not afraid. I may be 5 foot, but my late husband, who was a SEAL, was afraid of me. Okay, I'll just tell you that. Humans interacting in real time. Yes, exactly. Hi, everyone. I'm in my PJs, and I am even in bed. Yay, Eagle. Good on you, Eagle. No snoring, though. Okay. He's doing too much. Yeah, Ellen, I can't promise that. So now that we got some more people in here, welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our live. I am starting the process of going live 5 days a week. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindi. I am at Simply Cindi. I am a psychic medium. I was born a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my basket, as you heard me before. I probably studied, I want to say 20 something years. So, and that was through my own journey of trying to understand what is this that I have? Why do I have it? What's going on? Right. And so, I've always had my career was in science and the medical, field, and, later in medical research. So, uh, I love science. I have a science background, and so I wanted to bring the two together because I just kind of knew that they were going to go together, right? Now, science is always behind, but that's okay. It's for me, it's the cool stuff to try to figure it out and make it valid, right? So, thank you guys for joining. I have lots of modalities in my basket. You name it, I've done it. I've been to school for it. I'm certified in it. I'm a practitioner. I'm a teacher. I'm a blah, 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 blah. It just kind of seems all bleh when I have to say it. But because we're all those things, I just happen to practice in it. I just happen to be at the right place at the right time and put my studies in and love to do research, right? So, uh, I thank you guys for joining, but like Ellen said, if you once you get to know me and you think it's time for you, you can come and see me next week. We're gonna have some special people that I'm working on right now, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I would come back. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for showing hearts. Oftentimes when I begin to channel, and I will let you guys know that don't know, have never seen me. I call the particular, it's not a, I can't even say particular. The energy that comes through me, and you'll see when it comes through me, it's part of me, has always been part of me, right? But because we're on this earth, our perception would be like it's a separate thing, but it's part of me, right? So it's part of me. It's always been part of me. There are three of what we call them, right? But the teacher is usually the one that comes out front. And I call her, him, there's no gender, the teacher, because that's what she does, or that's what he does, or I can't even say he, that's what they do. But uh, they are, they have never incarnated. I'm the one that incarnates. And so, but so you can call it like your higher selves, something like that. There's no names or concepts for these things that I'm trying to describe and help you understand. The words that I'm giving you are the closest references that we have. So even though I say it's the teacher, don't think, oh, well, that's your higher self. It's that and more. But we don't have these words. We don't have the words to conceptualize or a reference point for me to explain what it is, or what we are, or what that is, right? So I just wanted to explain a little bit of that, because there, we're going to have people that haven't seen me before, and you can and you'll see people in the comments who have been with me forever that will say, "Oh, there's a teacher," because I can get really stirred. But yeah, it's me, but it's me not here, right? Does that make sense? It's me, but it's me that has all the answers. It's me that's really bringing concepts to here, if that makes sense. So, um, yeah, there we go. How is everybody? Welcome. Thank you. And the reason I was saying this is because I need you guys to engage, because we still have to work by the rules here on YouTube. And so if you tap for hearts, or if you're talking, it kind of helps my channel. And that's a way to help me and this group get out further, so that the people that are searching for us, the people that are kind of just know, they know they're looking for something, but they don't know what it is. Anyway, the more you engage, the better it is. But what will happen is when I begin to channel, people get really quiet. So you'll hear me say, hello, anybody still there? So I thank you guys. I appreciate you. It also lets me know that we're still on live stream, because I've been channeling sometimes and the live stream ended like 20 minutes before. I was just channeling and had to start again. So tonight, how is everybody? Everybody comfortable? Everybody have their tea? And please forgive me, I'm still setting up my new office, and so I don't have everything aligned the way that I want it. So I'm having to like look here when y'all talk, and then look here at the camera, right? It's gonna, we're gonna change it, but yeah, I'm working with what I got. So oh no, Eagle says, so Ellen said, don't forget to hit the like button, folks. That's just because we're digesting what you said. Yeah, I know. And I know a lot of people say, Yeah, because when the teacher comes and starts talking, it's like I have to go back and listen because I mean the concepts are like they will expand your mind and they will help you remember who you are. That's what we're all here for, right? Or that's what part of our group is about, right? So I get it. Hi everyone. I'm in my jammies with my tea. Yay, Kathy. I love that about you guys. Karina, good morning from Sweden. How are you, Karina? So glad that you were able to make it on this live. You're such a sweetheart. All of you are. All of you are. So, everybody in their jammies, everybody in has their tea or their coffee or their drink of choice. I was going to say something else, but I won't be too far out today. So, oh, and the other rule is don't make fun of my turkey neck right now. I say that and everybody says gobble gobble, but don't make fun of my turkey neck right now. Okay. It's taken a lot for me to get in front of the camera and not care, right? Um, Good morning from Sweden. Good morning. Okay, so now that everybody's ready, let's get started. And for what I'm going to talk about in just a little bit, you will understand why I had to say what I said about the person that came on and said their thing, right? I'll say, I'll say it, doobie. Exactly, Kathy. See, that's the thing is sometimes I don't have to say it because these women will just say it. They will just say it, and I love it. So, let me make this bigger. Hold on. I'm gonna make this bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Much better. Now we can see. Okay, so we talked about Mars and Venus yesterday, and the day before, I gave you guys the monthly about what was going to be coming on in the month of October in astrology. I will let people know that haven't been here before. This week, we're doing astrology. Again, I have so many modalities. Astrology is my passion. I love astrology. And I love astrology if you kind of think of my science background because I can show you guys what I see. I can show you guys what the teacher is showing me. I can show you guys the prediction. I can show you, right? I mean, because you can hear it from me as I channel. We can put you under as a hypnotherapist. I do hypnosis. So I can put you under and you can see yourself. But here I can show you. I can show you guys as a group. So this week we're doing astrology. Next week we've got a surprise coming, but don't be surprised if you come and we're doing tarot for the week, or we're doing tarot for a couple of days, or we're doing healing, or we're doing what's the other? Um, Gosh, I do so many. So if I'm doing mediumship, I could be doing a week of mediumship. It just kind of depends, right? So if you're looking again for like I need a schedule, I need a da da da, I need you to be professional. Yeah, this is not the group for you. This is not. I promise though, if you stay, you will learn and you will open your heart and your life will change. That's my energy and that's these women's energy. Like you meet us and your life's gonna change. That's definitely my energy. So it's not an ego thing, it just is what it is. I vibrate at a certain frequency, and when you come, it's a frequency of movement. It's a frequency of being unstuck. It's a frequency of learning new things and expanding your mind. So, but if you're wanting some sort of schedule, yeah, that's not. It's taken me a long time because I have a Virgo South node, right? So I have to balance it with my Pisces North node. So we're going to be doing astrology for right now. So I talked about the eclipse and how that was coming. Yesterday we took a deep dive and we went into Mars and Venus and the correlation between them and the relationship between them and their synergy and how that works within you. I asked you guys to watch the video that I did 6 months ago when I really channeled them and Pluto. I've done a Pluto series. I'm not finished with the Pluto series. I might actually do the Pluto series on here on a live. But I see that a lot of you did go and watch that video, so that kind of helps you understand more about what's coming, because we have these trines coming. We have Venus really talking this month, and we have Mars really talking this month. We've got them having the conversation with Saturn, having a conversation with Pluto, having a conversation with Neptune. We've got Jupiter and Uranus involved, and we've got some retrogrades coming. We've got some planets going direct, and we've got some retrogrades coming. Now, I say all this to say, tonight we're going to be talking about a little bit deeper about Mars, okay? Because Mars is about to go into shadow. So on October 4th, he is going to go into pre-shadow. And the reason that it's important is because of where he's at, and because he's going through a long transit. Okay, so he's about to go into pre-shadow, then he's going to go and station retrograde, then he's going to come back around, then he's going to station direct, and then he's going to come back around, right? So he's actually going to pass over 3 times a certain point. So when I thought about this even more about his transit, big cup of coffee here to wake up before work. Yay! Exactly, no drama zone. Yeah, there's no drama zone here. No. These women respect and love each other. All of us. We all respect and love each other. Are we like sisters and can get on each other's nerves? Probably, yeah, because that would be fake if we didn't. We're human. But there's no drama. So here we go. So Mars is about to hit pre-shadow. So on the 4th, October 4th, first of all, Mars is in Cancer. Now, a lot of people and a lot of astrologers talk about how that is not a good thing. I think it's a great thing, right? I think Mars in Cancer gives Cancer the energy that it needs to be able to direct the emotions. And emotions is what gives you that adrenaline to push through something. So when Mars and Cancer are working together, I think that's a great thing. It gets you unstuck. It gives you the bravery. It gives you the courage. It gives you the light to be able to see, right? But there is another side to Mars, right? And there is another side to Cancer, what y'all call the lower octaves or the higher octaves, right? I call it less evolved, more evolved. And so Mars being in Cancer, he's not just going to be here like the normal month or so. Like he usually travels pretty quickly through the signs, right? Through the houses. He's here for a couple of months. And so although Cancer and him could work together and say, oh yeah, let's get some stuff done. Let's get let's do it right. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to see this through. I'm finally going to tell that person. I'm finally going to stand up and not let people treat me this way. And we're talking about relationships because of this eclipse. Okay, so this is all in October, but this goes further than October. And so I want to make you aware, like we did with the retrogrades, right? Remember 6 months ago when I was like, get ready because we're going to go into retrograde and it's going to be hefty, because it's not, retrograde season will not be over until February. Isn't that crazy? That's like a long retrograde. So the same thing here. We are ending some things because of this south node, but it's a solar eclipse, which means new beginnings, right? And that's what can get confusing. But in order to do this, we've got Lilith here. And I will, if you guys want, I will do a live on Lilith, right? We can dive deep into Lilith. I'm kind of wanting to dive deep into all of these planets. So Lilith's going to give you the courage. Lilith doesn't take any shit from anybody. Like, she just doesn't. She don't care. She reminds me of Sadie. Like, she's beautiful and she's wise, but she don't care. She will hurt your feelings real quick, right? And then we have the sun, and the sun makes it very clear. Like, the sun is you. The sun is the ego. Sun is your identity. The sun is making it really clear for you to see why you're so tired, why you're always crying, why you're depressed, why you're in love and you pick the people that abandon you, why you're in love and you pick the people that are distant, why you're in love and you pick the people that are obsessed with you and it goes crazy. Why? I mean, it's the sun. It's going to show you, right? And then we have um, Mercury, who is helping you process all this, who is helping you communicate. We're going through all of that, going through this portal of the South Node, which means an ending, but a new beginning on the other side because it's an eclipse. This is your destiny, right? And how the reason that we really know that it's about relationships, it's about diplomacy, it's about uh, balancing your life is because of where it's at, of the sign that it's at. It is in Libra. Libra's all about wanting to balance. Libra is not balanced. Libra is about wanting to balance. Okay? I'm going to make that very clear. Libras are not balanced. They came here to learn how to balance. So they see an imbalance very quickly and they move towards the balance, right? They'll try. So that requires being quiet, not saying anything, not making waves. That's what they do. If that requires diplomacy and engaging, then that's what they do. If that requires manipulation, that's what they do, right? That's just what they do because it's within them to try to balance everything out. So, but make no mistake, it doesn't mean that they are balanced. It's from their perspective, it's from their perception, okay? So, I'm trying to explain these energies to you because they're going to be happening in your life for the next 6 months as we just had the lunar eclipse, right? And even though I said with the lunar eclipse that felt like to me and it actually happened like that where I was like, "Oh, thank God I wasn't part of that. Oh, thank God that I didn't have that got taken away from me." Like, whew, thank God that's closed. That was that lunar eclipse for me. This is different. This is going to be a closure. And as soon as you are closing, you've got some openings coming up. You've got your dream. These are the nodes. This is your destiny. This is where you've been envisioning. This is what you've been dreaming. This is where the miracles happen, right? You guys call them the miracles, or some people call them the miracles. Okay. But I want to talk about this Mars because we talked a lot about Venus and Mars last night and their synergy. But Mars is going to be retrograding. Okay. So with it in Cancer, like I said, the energy, again, it depends on your perspective. Some astrologers say it's like a bad thing. I'm saying that it's a good thing. But I'm usually really, my perspective is way different than a lot of people's. So, and I just explained. I think that Mars can give you the gumption, the energy, because Cancer's got such a beautiful, open heart. Like, oh my God, people can do them so wrong and they will still, they're not dumb and let you do it again, but they will still love you. Like, I have seen it and I'm like, wow, I kind of wish I had that heart, but I don't have that heart. Like, I got a saggy heart. I will shut you out real quick. Real quick. That's not a good thing. That's just who I am, right? I've had to learn to like open that heart and keep it open for people when they make mistakes, right? Because my Virgo is like, I don't care if it's a mistake. It shouldn't be a mistake. Learn it better, right? And that Sag is doing the same thing. Anyway, that's just kind of to give you a little bit of perspective. This is the way that I explain things. So Mars being in Cancer can be about Mars having, I mean, Cancer having that heart, loves their family, loves family dynamic, has a beautiful heart. When they love deeply. They love. It's not like a Scorpio deep, deep like that. It's like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a rounded overall love. Like when you think of love, it's not just one thing. It's like a whole bunch of things, right? And that's a Cancer to me. And my sister was a Cancer, my cousin's Cancer. I mean, like I have Cancer. I don't have them around me now, but I've had them around me. So, and a lot of my friends were Cancers too. So I get it. I watched them and I get it. Now, with Mars being in there, it will finally give Cancer the word I want to use is gumption, the chutzpah, the I don't know what to call it. It's like this. Yes, I'm finally not going to let people do that to me. I'm finally going to uh, and that's you personally, but you can also be like, oh hell no, you ain't talking to my, you're not going to talk to my spouse like that, or you're not going to talk to my friend like that, or you're not going to, like, they will protect, they will protect. Okay. And with Mars in there, they will really protect. And that may be what's going to be coming up. What I want y'all to do is it is going to turn retrograde at 17 degrees. So we're going to hit this pre-shadow. It's going to start showing you something. You may all of a sudden have a reaction if somebody offends you, or if somebody offends, and you feel like, if you feel threatened in any way about your friends, about your family, about those who you hold deeply to, you need to pay attention to that. Okay. And what it's going to do is it's going to retrograde at 17 degrees, station retrograde at 17 degrees, right? So pay attention from the 4th on what is going on. And if you're Cancer, especially pay attention. But if you're a cardinal sign, pay attention. So Aries, and I'm almost scared when I have to say Aries. I am almost scared for the people that are going to be around Aries, because they're already like that. And with their heart in it like that, I'm a little scared for those people that come in front of an Aries, and an Aries feel threatened. And Capricorn, same thing. My late husband was a Capricorn, same thing. They will go, they will die for you. They will. Um, yeah, that reminds me, like, he actually did, right? Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. She said, oh, great. Aries 12-year-old son. Yeah. Just now, if you have an Aries, just be gentle with them, because they are fighting for you. They're fighting for whatever they love. They're fighting for whatever they hold dear. So whatever you hold dear. So Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra, right? And this Libra is connected again, because she's already going, poor Libra is already going through this, already going through all of this, going through this change, standing up. So think about Libra. If you're a Libra ascending or a Libra moon, um, and you've got Lilith in there already, and you've got all this happening already in your house, like, y'all be careful with Libras, because they may, like, really tilt, really, like, go off kilter. Yeah. I'm going to say for all of them, because they're all like, you don't want to mess with them when they really get mad. I just want you to be aware. So if you've got a rising, or ascending, I call it ascending, a rising, a sun, or a moon, in Capricorn, Aries, Libra, or Cancer, I want you to really pay attention on this when it goes station retrograde. Okay. So let me see. We're right now, it's just the pre-shadow. So so Mars is gonna pre-shadow. It's almost like he's gearing. Mars in Cancer, it's almost like they're becoming aware. They're gearing up, right? And then December 6th is when he actually goes retrograde at that 17. Yeah, 17 degrees. Yeah. Now, remember, in the beginning, if you're Libra, and because we have this going on in Libra, you're going to want to keep the peace. I can see as Mars gets tired of being in Cancer, because Mars is having to go through all these emotions, right? I can see where by December, because it's going to last all the way basically till June 17th. That's when it enters Scorpio, where that's going to be a whole other thing. But he's going to station retrograde December 6th. So that's when I want you to really pay attention in that area. Really pay attention to what's going on. Right now, you're going to get, and I'm talking about this for the world too, you're going to get, you may get some people that have lost it. Like, they can't deal with it, right? You may see people really irritated. It's not just lashing out at everybody, it's lashing out if they feel threatened, or if they feel that anything that they hold dear is threatened. Okay. And then January 6th is when it goes retrograde, right? And then February 23rd is when he comes back over again for the third time. So at the degree, if you have a planet at the degree in your cardinal signs too, you're going to be really affected with this, and that's why I want you to like focus. Okay, I want you to focus when these things upset you. They're upsetting you for a reason. Mars is in Cancer for a reason. It is time to not let, it is time to honor yourself and have your authenticity. That is what this whole thing has been about for the last 3 years, 4 years. Now, you may have been working on your authenticity for the last 3 or 4 years and you're feeling triggered about a certain thing. That's there to show you. It's your soul trying to show you. Why am I getting triggered? What is that? Why is that making me so angry? Why do I have to lash out at that? Like, that's how you want to work through this. Lilith is going to give you the stance, and Mars is going to give you the gumption to do it, because it is finally time for some people who are not like me that have had their boundaries crossed too many times, um, or sit there and watch their family's boundaries be crossed, or sit there and watch their loved ones' boundaries be crossed, or sit there and watch, um, their family or their loved ones get taken advantage of, right? And this is like the time where you're not going to want to stop yourself. So I would say to yourself, why? Why is that triggering me? I mean, obviously we know why in this instance, because it's Mars in Cancer and it's retrograde. Remember what retrogrades are: rethinking, reevaluating, reassessing, redoing, like pivoting, right? It's the reads. So, just you're going to be feeling this. You're going to be feeling this deeply. You're going to be feeling it a lot. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions about that? Sun Cancer, Moon Cat. Ooh, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. You know what, Wendy? You're going to be fine. You're working closely with me. You're going to be fine. We're going to get you through this. I'm going to get you all through it, actually. Uh, let's see. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Ellen said my north node is in Aries. Ooh. Ooh. That means your south node. What degree is your north node, Ellen? Do you know? Because that's right, I talked about that. Your destiny is really changing. But you got to get through this thing. You know what, Ellen? And I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm just remembering. Didn't you say that you had a hard day and sort of an emotional day, and like you just are tired and you're done? It's this transit, and it's this Mars, and it's this Venus. Yeah, but it's in the same house. I mean, it's in the same house that the nodes are at right now, and you're about to have an eclipse there. And I'm talking about how Mars and Venus and Saturn. Yeah, it's because it's in the same house. These houses for you are activated, and that's your actual destiny, like your roadmap, your birth chart, right? These are transits, so these are phases that we're all going through. But when you're talking about your north node, remember what I said. Whatever planets or nodes you have there, they're activated. That means there's like change coming for you. And I know that you said that y'all are trying to find a place, and you may have found one, and all, like you're going through big changes. You're going through really big changes. But there are some things that you need to do right here with Mars in Cancer and Venus in Scorpio that maybe you have not wanted to stand up for. Or maybe you don't know how to stand up for it yet. and still be diplomatic and still keep what you feel is comfortable, right? So let's see. Hang tight, Wendy. Yeah, you hang tight too, Ellen. You go hang tight. You hang tight too. Hi, Tina. How are you, Tina? Hi, Mommy Kathy. Sun, Cancer. I'm just reading. Let's see. Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon. Yeah. Karina, can you tell me what that Capricorn Moon, what degree it's at? Do you have your chart by any chance? Because I'm trying to see how emotional you're going to get, how agitated you're going to get. This is actually beyond agitation. This is like, this Mars in Cancer reminds me of when Aries has had enough of somebody. That's what it reminds me. Y'all know I love my Aries. I love my I. So let me just say this: I love all signs. Some of the signs get on my nerves sometimes, but I still love all the signs. But it's my Gemini sun that can get along with everybody, so or that can adjust to people. So that's why I'm like, no, I love them, but I love a lot of them, love all of them. So I'm just saying, I'm not being fake when I say that I love them. I really do. I just find something in every one of them that I love. But Aries, those are like, I love Aries, and my daughter's an Aries, but that Gemini and Sag, even the Aquarius side of me, that Gemini, Sag, and Aquarius, and me will watch an Aries lose her shit to somebody, and I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but I'll be laughing because I'm like, they probably deserved it. I'm not sure any of our signs count. All of us are about the breaking point worldwide due to the crazy clown world, right? Right. Let me say this about astrology. Y'all, I hope everybody understands. These are these points, these planets, these transits, when I'm talking about how it can develop, how it can express. Um, to me, those are it's just a roadmap. You still have free will. You still get to decide. Do I wanna I'm gonna curse. You get to decide, do I want to fuck that person up or do I want to be diplomatic about it? Right? Like you get to decide. So these things are just inclinations. These are things you veer towards, but that doesn't mean that you're going to actually do them. That's kind of up to you. That's your path. That's what's going on with you. Where are you at? Which phase are you at? Right? So none of these things are set in stone. This is me just interpreting the energy that I see. Now, it's just like the other astrologers that are like, oh, God, no, Cancer and Mars, that's a bad thing. They're not wrong. That's just their perspective. That's where they are in life. I see it as a different way, right? None of us are wrong. So I don't want you guys to like take these charts. Ellen's right. Don't take this chart and be like, oh God, now I have to do this. No, you don't. These are just this is just me trying to help you and guide you through these energies, right? Knowing the road bump is helpful though. Yeah, it is. That's what I say to people. It's a roadmap that shows areas that may be smooth and areas that may be off road. But usually there's a detour available. Absolutely. You always have a choice. You know, I see sherbet ice cream and I think, oh, orange and it's cold. I kind of want that, but not really. You could see orange sherbet and be like, I love orange sherbet, right? We all have our own way. I love these women. I love you guys. I love you guys. Wendy says, fuck them is how I felt today. But tonight, I just don't care. Good. That's where you need to be. And that's the other thing. Don't try to be somebody. Don't try to be somebody else, is what I mean. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be, just because Cindi laughs about it doesn't mean that you have to laugh about it, right? Honor. That's what's been going on for our lifetimes, is we have never gotten to honor our feeling. So if your feeling is different than mine, honor that. Just like when he says, I don't care. Good. That's where you should be. Honor that. You shouldn't try to be all happy and gleeful and, in this space, and you're going to be a good girl to like help people in this space. No, you be who you are. The other night when Ellen was like, I'm sorry to bring everybody. No, you're not going to bring anybody down. You have to honor who you are and where you're at. This is why I don't say namaste anymore, because it became such a mainstream word or phrase. And when I began to say it way back in the day, it means I meet you where you're at and I honor where you're at as you honor where I'm at. That's what namaste means, right? So you namaste it. It would be awful of me to say, no, when you come in here, you make sure and be a good time. You make sure and hold this space. That's awful. No, that's so fake. I want you to be who you are and honor wherever you're at. Honor that. And you won't stay there forever. You stay there as long as you need to. Your soul, when it's ready, it will move. Okay? All of that, not working with that, gives us anxiety, gives us depression, and then what does all that do? Gives us things in our body that aren't working well because we're just so uptight. We're in fight or flight freeze, right? When he said wait, not Wendy. I read Wendy's. Ellen says, oh, at Wendy, it's a theme that rolls through. We'll get there, but sometimes ranting and raving really helps. Absolutely. You should. You should. That's what I mean by this space. This is a very different space. There's not a lot of spaces like this, especially on YouTube, or any of social media. It says, I see as you are. Oh, I'm sorry. Sharon says, my mother passed away today, last year, on January 10th, 2023. My sister has decided to reject myself and my children. Jealous behavior, secrets, using my brother to get information. Yeah. That may intensify right now. That may really intensify because of this Mars, what it's about to start doing. And it's not just the Mars. We have the trine. We have the trine in the water signs, right? So we've got Saturn. We've got Neptune. We've got Venus. Look at the moon, right? Dealing with Mars. And Mars is not a bad energy. Mars is a good energy. I love Mars. Mars is in my 10th house, next to my moon. So it's conjunct my moon in the 10th house, which is like me out in the public, right? You can see my passion. You can see my Mars. You can see my emotions, right? That is a lot. It's a lot, Sharon. Polly says, my husband is a Leo with an Aries moon. I'm a Taurus with Aquarius moon. It's like dancing on the head of a pin right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get it. Oh, gosh. He is all fire. And you just want to calm down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this whole group, like, we could go on. This whole group is gonna have, I mean, this whole group has not made it easy on themselves in this lifetime. The whole group. Every time I look at y'all's charts, I'm like, holy hell, mine is bad. And then y'all, I mean, not bad, but you know what I mean? Like, It's like, let me give you an example. It's like, let's say the 23rd degree is the degree that will give you abundance, right? But it has to be conjunct the moon, right? So a planet has to be conjunct the moon, and then it's 23 degrees. This group will have 22 and 30 seconds, or 40 seconds, or 50 seconds, and the conjunction will be at 11 degrees instead of 10. Like, it's like we just gotta work harder to get it. It's like it's just like right there. But we can't just get it. We just gotta like stretch. We gotta stretch. That's this whole group. I'll look at your charts and I'm like, damn, did you really have to put it right there? Did you really have to put Pluto in that area? Did you really have to put your luckiest planet, Jupiter, right there between Lilith and, I don't know, Lilith and Neptune, where it's lying, but it's trying to teach you the truth about stuff? Like, that's this whole group. Like, I look at that stuff and I'm like, whoa, yeah, it's this whole group. So, um, what more do I want to say? So remember, December 6th, Mars is going station retrograde. That's when it actually goes retrograde. We're starting the pre-shadow, and then it'll begin to shadow in November. So right now, I'm saying this to you guys to like, so that you can be aware if you're cardinal signs, but if you're not, like, we're all cardinal signs. We all have cardinal signs in us. But if your main three or your nodes are in cardinal signs, like, really pay attention. But also because you may have people want to attack you and you didn't even realize what you did, right? So you may have said something, I don't know, you were very flippant and you meant it as a joke, but they interpreted it because they've got their Mars right in that, you know, in that Cancer, that is like, whoa, what are you talking about? Are you talking about my family? Are you talking about my friends? Are you talking about, like, be careful, okay? Just know, I wouldn't say be careful because I'd go to war with every one of you women, uh, and we'd win. Um, I wouldn't say be careful. I would just say be aware. Just be aware. And because we're aware and because we understand, maybe we give them a pass, right? Maybe, I'm not saying let people go over boundaries, but maybe you're like, all right, they're having a bad day, right? So, oh, David's here. David, what are you doing here? I just talked to him earlier. I can't believe he's even here. He was busy. So, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Let me make sure. So, December 6th, it goes retrograde, station retrograde. And then we move through, and then it's a retrograde all the way through until February 23rd. Okay. So, and then by the time it gets out and exits that 6 degrees, because it's gonna do it at 6 degrees, right? 17 degrees is where it starts, but at that, it'll exit at the 6th degree, right? And so that's not even gonna happen until June 17th. That's a lot of months. That's a lot of months, right? So yeah, just be aware. Yeah, just be aware. That's all I can say is be aware. The other thing too, we can talk a little bit about. I kind of want to delve into this on its own. Is my favorite planet Pluto. We know Pluto is about to go direct. We can already see how he is like going direct, right? He's already looking at Aquarius. He's already like working so closely with Capricorn in these systems. We can see this out in the world. We can see, yeah, we can see how these systems are breaking down already, right? Well, Everything in this last month and a half, 2 months, whatever, that that Pluto was telling Capricorn, it's time to finish up, time to redirect, time to regroup, time to rethink, time to, like, what are we going to keep? What are we going to leave? What has society decided? What's going on? This is 29th degree. We're about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here because I got to go. This is Pluto. I got to leave pretty soon and I got to go deal with Aquarius, right? So you need to tell me, you guys need to tell me, this is Pluto, are you afraid yet? Have you been obsessed yet? What's going on? Like, it's time to finish this out, right? And we're seeing that. I told you guys there was going to be a lot of deaths. I said this in my Pluto series too. Right at the end, there was going to be a lot of deaths, and we are seeing a lot of deaths happening. Now, as far as the weather's concerned, that's Uranus retrograde right now, and it's at the 25 degree, 26 degree. To me, in my studies, once it passes, any planet passes, so any planet in any house, when they have passed the 22nd degree and they are on the 23rd and onward to the 30th, that's when they really express what they're going to express, right? So if they're going to give you gifts, that's basically when it's going to happen. If they're going to do their mess, that's basically when it's going to happen, right? So Uranus, that's where you're seeing that, flood and, Tennessee over that way. These things, it's not just America. I mean, there's other places too, but wasn't it South Africa recently too? Like that's Uranus retrograde. In It's Uranus retrograde in Taurus. I said this 2 years ago when it was going in there. I said, watch out, volcanoes, eruptions, bad weather, hurricanes, anything to do with the ground, eruptions, and water. That's Uranus in Taurus, right? And so until we're going to see more because it's retrograde. It's going to come back and then it's going to go forward, right? So that's like the weather sort of, that's Mother Earth. That's Taurus, right? It's also lacking the food, lacking the growth, lacking those gardeners who can't grow, the gardeners who have always grown and all of a sudden it's not happening, right? Or this year, not a lot is coming up. That's all, like, think of Mother Earth, think of a Taurus and what they represent, right? And that's Uranus. Uranus will mess with that. So, but Pluto is about to go back, so he's about to turn direct, and everything that we just had to redo, everything that we were looking at, once he turns direct, bam. These things, I'm telling you, you've already seen it. I told y'all before. Systems and people that you do not think could fall, empires will fall. They will fall. So either they adjust to what society's said, and we can all see society has said a couple of things. No more with the children. No more. No more with the money. No more. There's some things that this world has set on a societal level that we have set. When we can agree on something, that's what Pluto's looking at. Is it scary? Hell yeah, it's scary. But Pluto has said that. And that's when it goes forward. It's gonna, some people are just gonna fall. It's gonna fall. And some people are not meant to be here for it. And that's why they gotta go. Right? So it's time for them to move on. It's time for them to transition. It's time for some of them to transcend, right? So that's what's going on. I'm going to deep dive into Pluto again. I mean, I'm already deep diving. I have already with the series, but we'll go over what we kind of think. I'm excited for when he goes in Aquarius, but it's going to be strange. It's going to be strange. Y'all are going to get to see, y'all are going to get to see somewhat of what's in our mind. It's going to be strange. It's going to be really strange. You can kind of see and get glimpses now of the strangeness that's going on and the feeling that you have. It's like, wow, I've never seen this before. Wow, this is kind of crazy. Wow. Like all of that is Aquarian getting you ready. And Aquarian doesn't really like to show himself. So he's going to fight it first, but then he's going to, I don't know how to say this. Then he's going to let y'all see. And I can't wait because my Sagittarius side is gonna be like, yeah. Um, so does anybody have any questions about those things? Anybody have any questions about their chart? If you are Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, y'all need to come. Yeah, y'all need to like come in here during this. I'm not afraid for Aries. I'm afraid for the people around Aries. Like I'm afraid, and I'm kind of afraid for the people around Capricorn too. Like Capricorn has a lot of patience, but oh my God, when you get them angry or you have crossed their boundary, oh no, yeah, no. And think about it, they're the opposite. So yeah, yeah. And Libra and Cancer. Like Libra and Cancer will do it, but they'll do it in a different way. Like Cancer will be manipulative a little bit about it, and Libra will be manipulative. I'm not saying every Libra and every Cancer is manipulative. I'm just saying that they can be that way with this sort of energy, right? Where Capricorn and Aries will be very direct about it. Um, are there some Capricorn and Aries that can be I don't know about Aries, but are there some Capricorn that could be indirect about it? Sure. But for the most part, that bigger energy, yeah. Just just watch yourself. And if you have any planets at 17 degrees, you are going to feel the effects of this. And that depends on your path. What have you done? What have you been ignoring? What have you not stood up for? What do you feel like you need to protect? Who do you feel like you need to protect? That makes sense? So, hi, Sharon again. Oh, you guys are just talking. Okay. Wendy says I'm totally manipulative and my cap side calls me out. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Wendy. I agree. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, and I'm thinking like, and there are times where it's good to be manipulative. Now, often most of us will take it too far, right? But there are times when you need to finagle something so that people aren't hurt. So I get it. I understand, but it's not like it's always the right thing to do. And some people take it really too far, right? I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. You're not bipolar. Oh, yeah, because I'm seeing you, Wendy, and you're really direct, and you're kind and you're sweet, and uh, I'm working with Wendy right now, so like you're really direct and you're really even keeled, but I can see where you could manipulate to be able to get what you need. But so how many of us had to do that growing up because we were in such trauma? We were put in positions um, as children, as preteens, where we had to manipulate. We had to do that to protect ourselves, or we wouldn't have made it. I mean, think about our generation. We have Gen X is the smallest generation, and a lot of us didn't survive. They just didn't. We were put in really bad situations and abandoned. Even if our parents were right there, still abandoned. Yeah, exactly. Learn behavior for survival. Yeah. She said I'm not, it was a funny. I know. You're bipolar. I know. I'm just saying, like, there's a time and a place for being manipulative. And if that can tell you anything about what's going to be going on here, like, there's a time and a place. And if you have to do it to survive, to protect, then that's what you have to do. That's why, um, I say your perspective, your perception, your path. And I wouldn't know those things directly unless you were sitting in front of me and I was working with you, right? Or unless like they give me information and I can tell you. But what I'm getting now, and that's why they're bringing this up, right? That's why they're bringing this up is manipulation isn't a bad thing. It's that a lot of us have taken it too far, but also we had to do that to be able to survive. And I'm not just saying Gen X because there's a lot of people that are older and younger than us that were put in situations. There's people to this day, there's children to this day that are put into situations where they have to learn to manipulate to be able to survive. Does that make sense? I know this is a subject people don't want to talk about, but this is what this group is. We will talk about the uncomfortable subject. Do we have to be crass about it? No. But we can talk about uncomfortable subjects because if that's what it takes for us to get through this and it not to happen anymore, then that's what it takes. That makes sense? And that goes for many subjects that we talk about. Okay. So again, if that stuff makes you uncomfortable, this isn't Gen Z or millennial. There's no trigger warning. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. Okay. Either you can be with us and understand and try to understand or want to stick around or you don't. This group, we have been through way too much to apologize for who we are. We have been made to dim our light throughout our life. We have been told so many times, you're too much. Don't talk about that. Straighten up. Do your hair. Do your makeup. Be this lady. Do this thing. Don't do that. Don't be too loud. Don't do da, right? No. No, no, no. And trust me, this group on YouTube is a tiny bit of all of YouTube. Okay? So you don't have to stay here. There's plenty of other groups to go to. But this group is very unique. And I'll be damned if any of you have to dim your light around this group. Learning and growth can't happen without honest conversations. Absolutely. And we're all grown-ups here. Don't believe anyone under 18 would find this group appealing. Absolutely. Yeah. I just want to make that very clear to those people that will watch later, those people that watch now, those people that are in the background watching. That I'm not going to let you dim your light. That's not what we're here for. We have been told for too long to dim the light. And guess what? We did it because we're good girls or we're good women or we're blah, blah, blah. And we did that. And where's that gotten us? Where's that gotten us? Look at this world. Look what's going on. No more. We're not doing that anymore. That is Pluto and Aquarius. We're not doing it anymore. That is Mars and Cancer. That is Venus and Scorpio. We're not doing it. We're just not doing it. That is Saturn and Pisces. Make sense? So go out there and shine brightly. What was that saying that I think I said like months ago? Like if my light is too bright, wear some damn shades. Or get the fuck in the shadow. I don't care. Like, bye. If my light shines too bright, put some shades on. Or go into the shadow. But you're not going to tell us to like dim our light anymore. You're not. We're not going to have it. And yes, like I said, we're a couple hundred people right now. But, or what, 20, almost 24,000 people, right? That's nothing in comparison to the big world. But we're going to grow, and we've got people looking for us. We've got souls looking for us. Are they consciously looking? Some of them are, yes. But subconsciously, their soul knows to come to this part. And that's why I'm like so appreciative of every one of you women and men who come and join and show up. That's why I am so appreciative. I mean, each one of us means something. We matter. And if we could get everyone to understand that, it would be such a better place. But how do we get to that? By ourselves, by working on ourselves, by understanding our vibration and changing that. That's what I said yesterday. Changing that vibration within us, starting with us, and then with me, and then it goes out, and then it goes out, and then with you and those people you encounter, and it goes out and it goes out, and they want to vibrate at that, and then soon enough, it's the whole world. You can call it kumbaya, you can call it whatever. That's your perception. But to me, that's just science. Wow, the timing of it all. Love you guys. I have to go to bed, but so glad to see you here. Love you, Wendy. We'll see you. Nighty night. Don't dim that light. Do not dim that light. Shine. Shine brightly. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I told you the teacher will come in. And the teacher is me. And like I explained, it's hard to explain, but it's not like, this is not to say anybody else is wrong or any of the other channelers did it wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't have to like take a moment and have, take a breath and sit in a space to be able to have the teacher come in, right? The teacher is part of me. It's always been a part of me. So it just flows, right? Anybody else have any questions? I think I'm going to end it there. I love you guys dearly. And I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you. You're all helping. You're all doing your work. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't have the words. You're all doing your path. Right? So the song I've been given for the chat is Santana, Put Your Lights On. Oh, that's a great song. Yes. Go watch that. Go watch that video and think of us. Go watch that song and sing it loud. Sing it. I love Santana. I get songs. Hope you don't mind me sharing. No, please do. Ellen, what did I just say? I said, do not dim that light. There you are trying to dim that light. You don't dim that light. That was a great idea. That's what I said about this group. We all are working together. There's no like, we're all important. We all do our thing, right? And it could be our higher self saying, hey, let me take this one and show her so that she can bring that to the group, right? We're all that. Do not dim that light. Yeah, that's a good idea. I was looking up the link, not listening. Sorry. I give up with y'all. I'm just kidding. You'll have to go back and watch that. I said, don't limit it. I said, what did I just say? Don't dim that light. Shine bright. You had that come to you. You loved us enough to share. You do not have to apologize. That's what I said. Anyway, yeah, you guys go listen to that, sing and dance loudly. That's what I want you guys to go do tomorrow in the world. Go shine. Do not apologize for who you are. Do not. Do not apologize for who you are. Quit dimming that light. Shine. I want you to shine brightly. Okay? The song was too loud. I had to look it up. Anyway, if nobody has any questions, I love you, love you, love you. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for having such a great time. I hope that you guys, sweet dreams. See you all tomorrow. Absolutely. No, not tomorrow, Ellen. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Remember, I am not coming on till Thursday. and then it'll be Thursday, Friday, and then next Monday is when we start the Monday through Friday. Okay, so I will be on live Thursday and Friday this week, and then next Monday I start 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and that is because of y'all. That is because of all the private readings and all the sharing and all the likes and all the comments and all the showing up. It's allowed me to be able to do 5 days a week. Okay. I love you, love you, love you. I will see you on the next one. Bye.